Well, another police shooting has occurred. Jacob Blake. Let's debrief. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. You are tuned into the debrief with your girl, me, Nova. Welcome. Returning subscribers, you already know the vibes. And if you are new to the channel, what took you so long to get here? Join the family, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below. All right, so today we are going to talk about Jacob Blake. If you do not know what is happening, is it Kenosha, Wisconsin, on the 23rd of August, a black man, 29 years old, by the name of Jacob Blake, was shot in his back 7 times by a Wisconsin police officer. Okay, so a little bit background as more developments have come out. Apparently there was a 911 call placed from a female who indicated that there was an ex-boyfriend who was on the premises and he was not supposed to be there. Okay, so dispatch then called out the police to the residence. Now, when the police arrives, there are resources that are saying that Jacob was involved in some type of incident where he was trying to break up a fight. Okay. Nonetheless, the officers had tried to detain Jacob. They had used tasers to detain him. 2 tasers, they were unsuccessful. Somehow Jacob, broke out from that, and then he proceeded to his car where an officer then let off 7 rounds into his back. So, this story has went viral. A lot of outrage, a lot of anger from the Black community. Let's take a look at the video clip that surfaced that caused so much uproar, and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys have saw the clip that went viral. Okay, a lot of things here, a lot of things. Let me start by saying this. Prayerfully, Jacob has survived those 7 shots. Okay, he was life flighted to a hospital. Unfortunately, he is now paralyzed from the waist down. Okay, it's really a sad situation. Now, the officers who were at the scene and the officer that shot those 7 rounds into Jacob have been suspended pending an internal investigation. All right. Now, recent developments state, the police department of Wisconsin comes out with a statement kind of giving the background in terms of what all happened. Now, at the time that they were in the midst of detaining Jacob, Jacob told the police officers that he did in fact have a knife in the vehicle. When they searched the vehicle, the knife was discovered, no other weapons in the car. Jacob did have his children in the back seat. I believe it was 2 kids he had in the back seat. I can't believe that these innocent babies had to witness their father being shot. Oh, I can't even imagine. Anyways, okay. So What's interesting to me is this is going to be, I think this is going to be a challenging case. Let me tell you why. When we looked at that video, I'm going to break that video out in like two parts, okay? I'll start with the time that Jacob, reached for the car door, kind of stepped inside, and then the police officer shot him 7 times. I think that if charges are brought against the officers, I have no doubt that the lawyers will try to claim the police officer's cliche, I was fearful for my life, and that's why I shot Jacob. And that's unfortunate, but I can see the lawyers for the officers really try to play that one up. But my concern, and many concerns out there, is the time frame in which Jacob walked around his vehicle before he even reached for the door. This time frame, the police officers allowed him to be able to get to his door. In my opinion, I feel that the officers didn't do their job in terms of detaining their quote-unquote suspect. Okay, now I understand that they utilized some taser guns and they were not effective when used on Jacob. But I guess my question is, if taser guns are not effective, what's the next course of action, right? If there was more than one police officer at the scene, you mean to tell me that 1, 2, or 3 officers can't, force Jacob to the ground, right? All 3 of them, to where we are not at the situation that we are currently. Also, what's puzzling to me is this notion or this procedure when it comes to police officers with the shoot to kill. And I could be wrong. So, I mean, if you are in the police force, if you know someone who is in the police force or have some knowledge from the criminal justice system, what is the procedure? Is it always shoot to kill? I guess what I'm trying to say is, I just don't understand at the point where, you have to utilize, or you feel necessary to pull out your gun, why is it always a shoot to kill? I would have hated any type of shots, but from the time Jacob walked around his car to his door, you mean to tell me that if you had to use a weapon, you couldn't shoot for the leg, maybe, to where you're able to detain, okay, your quote-unquote suspect? I find it really ridiculous. And looking at the video, it appears, not saying that this is the case, but it appears that they tried to detain Jacob. He got the best of them, okay? Of course, probably that didn't sit well in the officer's mind. They tased him twice. It didn't work. And he's already stated that he has a weapon in the vehicle. It feels as if you kind of allowed him, okay, to walk to that car door so you could have a justifiable reason for shooting. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. That's what I see. I think it's just so sad. So sad. I don't know, you guys. You guys tell me what you think about that particular clip that surfaced. From the time frame that Jacob walked around his car before he even got to the car door, there should have been some type of action taken by the police officers to be able to detain him before he even had a chance to go for the door. But the saddest thing about this is, if there are charges brought against the officer, and I say if because let's just be honest, with the developments in terms of the weapon being in the vehicle, him reaching inside the car, the police officer hands down is going to claim he was fearful for his life, and maybe the lives of Jacob's children that were in the car, and that's why he shot. I can really see them playing this defense, and it is a shame. What really should be looked into, and I'm hopeful that pending this investigation, that's the angle that they're really focusing on, is how did we even let it come to this? How do you let a suspect, right? How do you let a suspect walk around his car to the front door and you did nothing? Your job is to detain a suspect in the safest way possible. What's up with the, what is it called? Those rubber guns? I mean, do officers carry like rubber guns where they can utilize that in place of an actual gun to try to lessen that possibility of having to use your gun for a shoot to kill? It's just, I don't know. It's mind boggling. So naturally, you know, the city is in an uproar. Of course, protesting is taking place. Looting is going on. The people are upset. We are tired of these situations reoccurring. Okay. Now, you know, of course, everyone wants justice. Everyone wants some type of charges to take place. At the same time, I will say that, you know, you do have to follow protocol, right? At least the police officers were placed on suspension pending a thorough investigation. I'm happy that this is now a federal internal investigation. So we will definitely look forward to the outcome in terms of charges, if any charges at all will be filed. But it's sad, okay? Now, what really is sad is the responses to this situation in social media. I think, of course, from the Black community, we're going strong. We're upset. We're tired of this continuing to happen. But the what do we call it? The victim blaming is definitely taking place as well. And it really makes me so upset. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys this little Twitter tweet, okay, that really bothered me, okay? So I'll put it on screen for you guys to see. Tomi Lahren. So if you don't know who Tomi Lahren is, child, that heifer, I can't stand that heifer. Oh my gosh, talk about a bigot. Ugh, ooh, she makes my skin, ugh. Anywho, so she makes this post that kind of starts to go viral. Your skin color doesn't give you the right to resist arrest. Okay. And I mean, you can see like some of the comments below. 100% Black privilege is the ability to break every law in the country and still remain the victim. Sad but true. No sympathy for him. He was asking for it by being disobedient. When he reached for the driver's seat, it was their life versus his. This is the mindset in so many people. This is the mindset that we're surrounded by, where we have to coexist every day with persons with this mindset. And it really saddens me. Honestly, it pisses me the hell off, you know, let's just be honest. But anywho, Tomi's post was so ignorant and so not on topic. The color of your skin does not give you the right to resist arrest. If any community knows about, you know, the repercussions for resisting arrest, it would be our community, the Black community. Okay, let's just call a spade, all right? We know that if you are Black and you resist arrest, your chances or probability for injury or even death by an officer are extremely high compared to the Caucasian community. Let's just be very honest. This has nothing to do with the color of your skin and being privileged because you're black, right? To resist arrest. No. Because at the end of the day, okay, white people resist arrest as well. They act a fool when dealing with the laws as well. I'm gonna just play you just this quick little video of an example, okay, and then let's come back and we'll talk about it. I'll play it here.
He's chasing the taser didn't phase him. He's gonna shoot him. He gonna shoot. Oh shit!
Who is he on?
Okay, so you saw that, okay? So you had a white person, you know, some incident happened, the officer tased him, it didn't work, and what does he do? He goes after the officer? Now, in that standpoint, that would be grounds for having to draw a weapon, right? But that did not happen. The point of the matter is when you're white and you resist arrest, 9 times out of 10, an officer doesn't feel threatened to the point where he has to pull a gun and shoot to kill. All right. And this is why, you know what, I cannot stand Tomi and that rhetoric that she went online saying. I mean, it's so frustrating. The color of our skin does not give us the right to resist arrest. Girl, what are you talking about? The color of your skin gives nobody the right to resist arrest. Nobody should resist arrest. We know that. It has nothing to do with black and white. It has nothing to do with that. What the problem is, if you are white and you resist arrest, your chances of survival is significantly higher than someone of color who resists arrest. Okay, but either way it goes, resisting arrest should not warrant and not write your death certificate. Whew, child. But anywho, as the week goes on, we learn the officer's name who was responsible for shooting Jacob. All right. His name is Rustin Sheskey. Okay. He is the one who shot Jacob 7 times. He shot him 7 times and he's been in the police for 7 years. How ironic is that? Anyways, so the investigation is still going on. I'm interested in learning how this is going to play out. I mean, it really saddens my heart that we're here again. But at the same time, the police shootings, this is, I don't know, guys, this is like normal. This is somehow normalized now. And, I don't know. Anyways. So this whole week, protest in the city is taking place. Looting in the city is taking place. The people are not here for it. Okay. My community is not here for it. We're tired of it. We're tired of utilizing the "I was fearful for my life" defense. It's bullshit. We are sick of the if it is a procedure, you know, the shoot to kill. Sick of it. You know, there has to be some other measures in place. There needs to be some other protocol in place where you can diffuse a situation without, you know, resorting to a gun. I mean, resorting to a gun should be the last resort. And if it is that last resort, making that decision in terms of, you know, that shoot to kill method. I don't understand for the life of me. I just don't get it. Why is it always shoot to kill? If you have to shoot, why isn't it a shoot to subdue, right? A shot in the leg. I mean, you shoot someone in the leg, you take them down, you get on them, you handcuff. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I don't. Anyways, all right. So as the protests are continuing, all right, a new situation has developed, all right. So 17-year-old, okay, what is this? Kyle Rittenhouse, all right. So Kyle Rittenhouse, 17-year-old teenager. I think he's about 20-30 miles away from where the protests were taking place. He decides to go to the protest, okay, and help patrol the streets, okay. So there were persons out there with weapons, okay, kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like they're not certified from a law standpoint, but they're like these volunteers that help you know, what is it, protect the streets, I guess, and they carry these firearms. I don't know. That's beside the damn point anyways. He had his ass up there, okay, with his AR-15, okay, volunteering to protect the streets and assisting the military or the police force that were there, you know, during the protest, all right? Because apparently Wisconsin is kind of strapped in terms of the amount of protection they can provide during these protests, okay? Nonetheless, video surfaced of Kyle being chased by some protesters, okay? He fell to the ground, turns around, and he lets off 2 shots or 3 shots. He kills 2 persons and he injures 1 person, okay? All right, so I'm going to just read a couple of lines from what we know, okay? First thing to note is, what's his name? Kyle. He's part of this public safety cadet program, all right, where, you know, he's interested in becoming a law officer, you know, when he gets of age, all right? All right. So he's a former member of the Youth Police Cadet Program. When they say former, I wonder if it's like he's former now. I think it's because he's former now, because his ass has been arrested. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Anywho, so right. So he goes to this protest, you know, he's trying to protect these streets, so-called. He has an AR-15, okay? He's equipped with the AR-15, all right, at the age of 17 years old, all right? Somehow he's chased by these protesters. He falls, he turns around, and he lets off rounds, all right? He kills 2 persons. Again, 1 person has been injured, okay? But they are expected to make a full recovery. Now, what's interesting, before I go into the you know, kind of what's the result of this, okay, what's interesting is there have been a lot of talk in social media about, you know, actual police officers walk by Kyle with this AR-15, and it was, hey there, hi there, hey there. I mean, he had this AR-15 and they just let him walk on by. Like, he put no fear, okay, in their mind. They felt he was not a threat at all, but he's carrying this AR-15, all right? Now, they're also saying that after he fired his shots, he actually walked away from the scene and he walked past law enforcement, all right? He walked past law enforcement. Now, y'all know, okay, if he had been black, honey, if he would have been black with an ice pick in his hand, honey, down to the ground you go. Down to the ground you go. Okay, you already know. I won't even go there. Anyways, all right. So he has been arrested. Okay, charges have been filed. He has been charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Okay, and they've added one more count of reckless homicide. Okay, and then 2 counts of recklessly endangering safety. I think they should charge, what's his name? Officer Rustin. They need to charge him for sure. They need to add a couple of counts of recklessly endangering safety because there were 2 kids in the back of Jacob's vehicle. I hope they add that charge on to Officer Rustin. If any charges. I will be interested to find out. Anyway, so this whole situation is just causing an uproar, you guys. We are mad. Now, I did read that the family has filed a civil lawsuit against the police department, in which they should. At the end of the day, listen, you're going to look at this situation from 2 sides. First side being, he opened his car door. He resisted arrest. The defense team for the officer is going to play that down. They are, hands down. Because at the end of the day, Jacob did indicate he had a knife in the vehicle. At the point that he reached his car door and opened the door, the officers are going to use that offense all day. And it'll be interesting to see how, if they do utilize that defense, how that would play out. But the other aspect of it that's really important is, one, the officers not doing their job and being successful in detaining their quote-unquote suspect prior to him even walking to the door. How did he even have the opportunity to walk to the door? That really needs to be examined. The other thing is we need to really start looking at, if you have to come to the decision to utilize a gun, why is it shoot to kill? Why is it not shoot to subdue, shoot a leg or something like that, to where you're able to, detain your suspect per se, without having to cause, death or serious injury such as Jacob's. He's paralyzed. He will never be able to walk again. I mean, it's such a sad situation. I don't know. I just wanted to come on here, give my thoughts on it, bring you up to speed if you're not up to speed on what's going on. You guys tell me what you think. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Leave a comment down below. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Before I go, this topic is it's a controversial topic. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get drugged in my comment section because my last video was a little bit of a controversy. And, to the persons of the opposing party, I'll say, man, screw y'all. I'm gonna continue to talk how I want and give the opinion that I want. These situations that continue to take place in society need to be talked about. We're going to address it. We want change. But I also have to talk to my Black community as well. We are going to continue the fight in terms of equality in our justice system, our procedures, the laws, and it's great. And I'm really hopeful that we bring change. But the sad thing is, and even from the situation with Jake, we're not going to be able to change the heart or the mindset of persons outside of our race. When they see the color of our skin, the feeling, the emotion, the action that comes from that, from the outside communities, that's not going to change overnight. And it's so sad. Like Ava DuVernay's, when they see us, what do they see? I don't know, guys. Anyways, I will catch you guys on my next video. And on my next video, we're going to be dragging, being messy and petty, lighten up the mood, have a couple of keys. Other than that, guys, I will catch you next time. Bye.